What is going on, everyone? It is Atorius here, and as you guys can see here, I finally reached 1,000 wins on my overall record and 500 wins on my season's record, but unfortunately, I got 20 disconnect losses and 5 disconnect losses on my season's record. So, 20 disconnect losses on my overall record and 5 disconnect losses on my season's record. But all in all, I can't even complain. I think to get this type of record in your first ever year of the game is unbelievable. It is simply unbelievable. And, many of you guys probably don't know, but I actually used to be an NHL pro player, and I switched over to the FIFA series. And that's what I would like to be talking about in this video, is how I got into the FIFA series and why I started playing this game competitively and what made me switch from NHL to FIFA, because I don't think many of you guys know that I was a pro player for the NHL series and that this is my first year. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. So how to begin the story. Basically, I got a copy of NHL Online, got an Xbox 360. I signed up to be part of like a 6v6 team on pro clubs for NHL. Played with this team for like 2-3 months, and I switched over to a top team in the NHL series in pro clubs, and at the time it was called EASHL, EA Sports Hockey League. And I think ever since then, that's when I started getting into serious competitive stuff, and I felt like competitive gaming is for me. Like playing in these big games, playing against the best of the best is so much more intense and fun. And that's pretty much how this whole competitive shit started for me. And ever since NHL 9, progressively, every single year, I just got better, and better, and better, and better. It was just, it was unbelievable. NHL 09, I was like a top 5 virtual pro player, top 50 in the Versus leaderboard, so that's heads ahead. NHL 10, top 10, NHL 11, top 10, NHL 12, top 10. For NHL 11 and 12, maybe not NHL 11, but NHL 12, I was top 10 all on the Xbox and on the PS3 with like the least games played, and I had like a ridiculous record, like, I don't know, something like 210 wins and like 6 losses or something like that. I don't know, on the PS3. I remember that one. That was ridiculous. My record on Gamerstone, I can't remember, but it was something ridiculous. And my Virgin Gaming record was 55-2. And for NHL 12, there was a tournament called the EA Sports Challenge Series. So it was basically for Madden, FIFA, NHL, and I won a tournament called the EB Games Tournament. Basically, if you win that tournament, there's 12 rounds. So if you win that tournament, you get to go to New York for free. They pay for your airplane ticket, give you $1,000, and pay for your hotel as well. I won that tournament. It was really, really awesome to get to be. To go to New York, especially your first time. It was just like, wow, like couldn't believe it. Like New York is such an amazing city. But unfortunately, in that tournament, even though I did win $5,000. I was a little bit disappointed because in NHL, it's not like side to side. The camera is not side to side like it is in FIFA, and the way that the camera is like if you're skating downwards, because when everyone plays NHL at home, your players skate upwards towards the screen, and if you're playing skating downwards, what we call a down screen, that's like a very huge disadvantage because like your controls are in reverse. The view is just completely different. Everything's reversed. It's just it just totally messes you up because you can't play at your best. And unfortunately, in the 4th or 5th round, I lost in overtime, and that probably had to be one of my worst losses because of the circumstances that happened in that game. Oh man, I felt like I wanted to puke after that loss. But I was playing down screen, and the one thing I didn't like about the tournament is basically whoever won a coin toss gets home advantage. So if you get home advantage, basically you get the first and the third period going up screen. So that was really, really bad. That's one thing I don't like about NHL. And the only way you can fix that is if each player has his own TV and they play over online or something like that. But yeah, that was not really good. And whatever. But I can't complain. It's $5,000. But I knew if every player had their own TV, then I definitely would have went much farther in that tournament. I was one of the world's best NHL players, and people in the NHL community, especially the competitive gaming tournament, competitive community and Virgin Gaming, Gamersaloon, they knew who I was. So yeah, NHL 13 came out. Tried the demo. It was just absolutely awful. They just completely ruined the game. I played the game, and you just could tell that they just dumbed down the game and removed skill from the game. It was awful, and anyone could have beaten you, and wouldn't mean that they're a better player than you. You know, you could just skate into someone's zone, take the most stupidest shots that make absolutely no sense, and you get these ridiculous rebounds or deflections, and that game was just pretty much full of AIDS. So I just said, you know what? Screw NHL. It's not worth my time. This game is just so bad. Why do I even have to play a game that doesn't even reward the better player? So took a year off of NHL. I played some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Nothing serious. Obviously, I'm nowhere near good enough to be a competitive player for Call of Duty. But just messing around Call of Duty. FIFA 14 was coming up, and I had a crazy idea to go straight into like competitive money games for FIFA 14. I don't know why I wanted to try that out, but I did, and surely it paid off because in my second month of playing FIFA ever, I managed to win the subscriber cup and get a trip to New York, get to play in the Invitational, and when I was playing in the Invitational, that was actually my 4th month of playing FIFA ever, and like people don't know this, but I only had a week and a half to practice on next gen because if you're going from old gen to next gen, it is quite new, and the controls, well, not the controls, but the gameplay was different. So I didn't get used to the gameplay. It just felt very different for me, and I'm sure like the YouTubers probably maybe had more time to kind of like get used to the game. But anyways, yeah, we went to the Invitational. Maybe there's one thing I didn't like is that maybe the TVs that we were playing on was like really laggy. So that was another thing. Only got 2 to 3 hours of sleep. But considering all those factors, I really didn't do too bad. I mean, I only conceded 1 goal in that tournament. And I think with all those factors combined, that it's my first year of FIFA, that is just absolutely amazing. So, started to get into Twitch streaming, started to get into making YouTube videos. And I think it really is truly, I really think it's crazy that I went from the bottom to the top, skill-wise, in a year. It's just absolute craziness that now I can compete against the world's best players in FIFA, and I don't think that I think that's almost impossible to do, to go from one video game, from one series to another, and be like a top player in both titles. And I think that's just absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know, sometimes I'm shocked by that, I just I can't even believe it myself. So yeah, it's unbelievable, and I can't believe that one decision can change everything. If I wouldn't have tried playing competitive FIFA, then I wouldn't have won the subscriber cup. I wouldn't have won the invitation, or I didn't win the invitational. I wouldn't have even competed in the invitational, and none of this would be happening, guys. So it truly is funny. So pretty much that's the story, and yeah. So I'm kind of sorry for not being the greatest storyteller ever, and kind of stuttering and whatever a few times there in that last part. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and you subscribe to my channel for more. Other than that, I am out. And P.S. check out my Twitch channel, guys. I stream competitive games, stream money games, and all that sort of stuff. So link will be in the description box. I'm out of here. Take care, everyone.